What is up, guys? As always, my name is Clint,
And I'm Hunter.
and welcome back to another installment of the Northwoods Narrators.
Episode 4.
Episode 4 already. Hope you guys are enjoying them so far. We don't really have a plan for this episode. We're kind of just going to start talking about ice fishing and
Yeah,
see
I
where it goes.
think you're just gonna wing it, see what happens.
Absolutely. I know yesterday we took a little gander out to Lady Bago.
Lady Bagel,
Bagel, yeah.
like bagel.
Yeah. Lake Winnebago. Yeah, we actually, there's about, how much ice do you think? Like 25 inches?
I think it's like 22 to 24. It's a lot.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot.
mean, you could almost drive a semi out there.
Yeah, I mean, we drove trucks out there.
My first time driving my truck on the ice.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
It
We
was
just pull up and there's a whole like community of cars out there. It was nuts.
Couldn't see him from shore. Got like
No.
4 miles out into the middle of the lake.
Yeah,
Had to
like
cross one
almost
bridge.
dead center of the lake.
Yeah, dead center of the lake. You can't even see this wad of people. You just start getting up and you just start seeing little black dots, and you keep getting closer. And like, those are all cars.
It was
They're
insane.
all vehicles.
That was my first time being in a vehicle that drove out on the ice in my 24 years on this earth, and that was the coolest thing.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's definitely kind of I don't want to call it like, it's like an upper Midwest thing, honestly.
Yeah.
People down south or anywhere else call us crazy.
Mhm.
But there's actual like road systems on Bagel. Bagel. I'm just gonna keep calling it Bagel now. On Bago, Poigan too. I mean, just the whole Winnebago system.
Yeah.
Guys will go out, plow roads. If there's snow, they put the Christmas trees out so you know where the road's at. Mark your mileage so you don't even have to worry about that.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. It's in depth.
Yeah, I mean, there's that whole line. You can go straight from one side of Bago to the other.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
I think you were telling me that. Was it you that told me
Yeah, I
that
saw
someone
on
drove
TikTok.
from Oshkosh to the opposite side of the lake? I
Yeah.
think that's like Stockbridge, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the entirety of the lake.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So if you need to make a quick detour, instead of going from Oshkosh to Fond du Lac back up to Stockbridge,
Right.
just cut across the lake.
just go right across.
Go right across.
Probably save some people some time on some drives, huh?
Oh yeah, save a lot of time, a lot of gas.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You don't have to sit in traffic because you know the highways are just awful.
Especially 41. Oof.
Yikes! If you guys are from this area, you guys know what's going on 41 right now.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
But yeah, that was nuts. I mean, we got out there. Our buddies were already out there. They had caught in some slabs. Dude.
Oh, dude! I mean, just the white bass this year, the size class, it's insane.
That thing was. He had a couple that were monsters.
So they got out there at like probably noon.
Yeah.
I got off work at 2.
Yep.
Went home, changed, grabbed Clint at like 2:30.
Didn't get out there until like 4.
We got on the water at like 3:30, but it was also like a 20-minute drive out to the spot.
Yeah.
Because you're going like 25, 30 on the ice.
Oh, you were.
I was. I mean, that's a respectable speed.
Fair enough.
You don't want to be like that dude that was driving back in that was doing probably
there was a guy going
70.
60 across the ice.
Just stupid.
That was dumb. That was so stupid.
One little bump, you're spinning all around. You're gonna start running the risk of hitting other cars, other people.
Yeah,
like
he was passing vehicles. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, there was still people going out too when we were going back in.
Yeah, so we headed in probably around like 5:15.
Yeah.
So when we started going in, and that's when like everyone was kind of getting off the ice.
Yep.
But there were still a couple cars going the opposite direction. One guy with a permanent shack.
Yeah, one guy was putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to get out this weekend too to get a trailer out there.
Oh, there you go, little Permy.
You might be there too. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Asking me with the trailer. Yeah. Yeah, one of our buddies has a enclosed trailer that we're gonna probably try fishing out of.
Yeah, basically it's kind of like a homemade ice castle.
Yeah, I mean there's holes in there and everything too, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. I hope we can do that.
A little bit nicer than having to set a shack up.
Yeah.
Get everything inside, get the heaters on.
It was cool fishing right out of the vehicle though.
Yeah. That pop the door open, keeping out the heat blowing right at you.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that's something crazy. Yeah,
being able to listen to music on the radio, that was nuts.
Yeah. I mean, you have all the amenities of the car.
Yeah.
Of the vehicle. I mean, you don't have to really leave your vehicle at all.
Yeah, that ain't melting anytime soon either. So if you're listening to this and you want to try it, dude, I recommend that thing. That was so cool.
Definitely check the ice conditions though. Talk with people.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you don't want to be the one dude to be going through.
If you're gonna go on Bago, check like the ice reports that people are putting out on like a Facebook group chat or something. Just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. There were some 3/4 tons out there. I mean, if you're still sketched out about it, try bringing a older car you have or something, and
Yeah, beater
just
with a
drive
heater.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, no snow, so you really won't be getting stuck.
No, it snowed today, so
Yeah, an
maybe.
inch.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably already gone. Maybe I don't know. It's on the ice, so it might have stayed.
Yeah,
Who
might
knows?
stick. But
But
anyways, yeah, the fishing was honestly not too bad. We got out there and we pretty much just started marking fish right away.
yeah, we were
I
marking
know
them.
Clint might have struggled a
I
bit
was
to
marking them,
actually
just
catch them.
wasn't getting a bite.
Yeah, yeah, that's the tough part. But
That's every fish, though. I mean, you gotta try to find out what they want to bite on. I
yeah,
tried like 3 different things. Granted, I wasn't giving it much time. I was just impatient.
yeah,
I just wanted to try new things. But
they're tough out there. Those fish are real picky on what you're throwing at them.
yeah, I
What
get it,
baits.
but I'm sure they're seeing
They're seeing
anything and
millions.
everything.
Yeah, they're seeing everything.
Their brother just got picked up from a fucking Tika Flash or something, and
Yeah, the car right next to us, they got picked off. They're like, "Oh, hey, don't bite that one, Jerry."
yep, yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, there's only so much you can do, especially with a pack that big we had. That
yeah.
was
I mean,
absurd.
we were right off the edge though, so we weren't like right in the middle of it.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if you're quote unquote right on top of them,
Yeah,
then they're really not. I don't know. Fish are weird.
yeah.
Fish are really weird,
Maybe,
especially under ice and 6 feet, 16 feet down. It's hard to tell.
yeah, maybe that's when you gotta start bringing the live scope back out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah, not running Vexlars.
I mean, I don't have beef with Vexilars. They're very solid. The only problem with that I have with the Vexilar is you get a pretty dominant mark, you reel it up, it's 2 inches.
Hey, just like the white bass I caught the other day. I
Yeah,
thought the thing was gonna be like a 14 incher. I thought it was gonna be a decent
right,
sized white bass, depending on the mark.
right. Because you're just like, oh, that's a big mark,
Yeah,
and
it's a
all of a
big
sudden you're
mark,
like,
big
oh,
mark.
look at that massive fish. That's big as my index finger.
Yeah,
Like that's the only downside to Vexilar, but it does help. I mean, you mark fish.
yeah,
So I mean, it definitely helps. It's better than just sitting there looking at nothing while you're
yeah.
out there.
Just kind of
So
hoping something's going right underneath you.
mhm.
Yeah, I
Takes the
mean,
guessing out of it a lot.
yeah, yeah. The light scopes are nice. I just
Yeah.
gotta do an update.
Yeah,
It'll be out
I
there.
actually heard something that Minnesota's trying to outlaw them.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, they've been trying to do that for a while though.
it's not gonna happen.
I know a lot of the tournament trails, like the smaller tournament series, are
Mhm.
starting to kind of get rid of them. Um, I know the MLF, Major League Fishing, is doing it so they have 3 periods to fish in the day. You can only use your live scope for 2 of them.
That seems fair.
So one period is no scope. You can pick what period it is to kind of keep that playing field a little even.
That seems fair,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, but yeah, Minnesota's trying to outlaw them,
Interesting.
which
I don't think that'll go through.
I don't think is happening.
No.
No, it's the people. I hate to say it, but it's the people like me that can't afford one that it just aggravates you because you see these people just finding the fish from a mile away. And
Yeah.
well, not a mile, but you know what I mean,
You're
like a
scanning out
distance
like
away.
120 feet. You're like, oh my
Right.
god, that's cheating. It's basically just catching the fish for you.
No, no,
No, live scope doesn't do that.
but yeah, I do like I think that's the people that are complaining the most about it because when they put in the limits, like they're not expecting you to always catch a limit.
Yeah.
When was the last time you caught a limit of fish?
About a month ago,
A
I
month ago.
think. Yeah, when I was up in Minocqua,
But yeah, see,
we
like
were crappie
that's
fishing.
been a whole month they haven't caught a limit.
Yeah, I also haven't really fished much, but I
Well,
mean,
neither is
yeah,
our buddies like
yeah,
that go fishing every day.
yeah, you're still not catching limits. The fish still have to bite.
Right.
I mean,
And
if
they're
you're on them,
different
you're on them.
every
But
day. I mean,
yeah, if you're out there every day, I mean, you're bound to run into limits at one point. But you
right.
can't just be like, oh yeah, I only caught my limit because of the live
It's
scope.
like hunting. I mean, you what are you gonna do? Outlaw shotguns?
Yeah,
Like, you can't.
yeah. It's like
It's
deer. It's like deer hunting. The trail cameras are killing your deer.
yeah, yeah,
No,
no,
that's
no,
that's not at all it.
no. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I guess like I said, I can see it from the standpoint if you can't afford it, but then let the people that can enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And just find a good buddy like I have with you and go fishing with them and use
yeah,
that life scope to your advantage. You know what I mean?
exactly.
As much as you can. I mean, they're sweet, dude. If you haven't tried one, definitely go try one
I
because
wish
they're sweet.
I wish I would have had it with us yesterday when we were out. That would have been fun because we would have just kind of split off, scanning for fish and out of the truck.
Well, this weekend we'll get on it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's still gonna be plenty of ice.
Yeah,
We'll be able to pretty much shot the
yeah.
entirety of the
There's
lake.
no doubt there's gonna be enough ice. I think tomorrow it's gonna get up to 33, and other than that, all next week is highs of 17.
Ooh,
We'll be
sweet.
just fine.
I don't know. I'm itching to get my boat out.
Yeah, I know
I
you are.
need this ice to go away. That'd
Hey,
be fine if it.
it's poor man's fishing because not all of us can afford a boat, so we got to walk to the spots where the fish are.
Hey man, you gotta find the deals.
That's
John boats are pretty
crazy.
cheap.
John boats are cheap, but they also aren't ideal to fish out of.
No, especially on Bago.
Yeah,
Bago, Poikins,
anywhere
Dearborn.
with waves.
Yeah, any big body of water you kind of want to avoid. I owned a 14-foot boat,
Yeah.
John boat for quite a while. You
Mhm.
knew about that.
Mhm.
It was a 1977. It was the old Silvercraft.
Right.
That thing did not see very big of water. And when I tell you those 2-foot waves that most guys are like, oh, that's the perfect walleye chop. That
Yeah.
boat felt like you were gonna die.
Right. You were like, yeah, I'm not going out.
I was out on Little Lake Butamore one day fishing on that thing. It was like the first year I owned it.
Ugh,
Start of spring, so the bass are just starting to kind of push up on beds.
right.
And this wind picked up out of nowhere, out of
No.
the opposite side of the lake, out of the west, and we're on the east side of the lake. So it's blowing straight across. And we're like, all right, this trolling motor ain't holding. That's how you know, like, it's time to probably get off the water in this boat.
Right.
Most guys were still out there, but I was like, this is sketchy.
Right.
It took me about half an hour to load that boat because it kept just
Just
spinning
blowing it.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had the motor pretty much on the ramp.
That's crazy.
Like it spun 180, and you're struggling to kind of spin it around.
You're just like, just get me hooked up to something. I want to get
Yeah,
off
yeah,
this
pull
lake.
me up, get me on this trailer. Yeah, it was not fun. Now that I got the Illumicraft,
Yeah.
maybe we'll stay out there a little longer
Yeah,
in those waves.
maybe. Yeah, I am kind of itching to do some salmon fishing. That
Yeah,
stuff's pretty fun.
yeah,
But I do like ice fishing a lot. I mean, it gets you out there. It gets you to the spots you, like I said, you can't reach unless you have a decent boat,
yeah,
especially on Bago.
yeah.
Like that.
That lake will turn in a second. You got to know your winds.
Yeah, if you don't, then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah,
But
if you got a north wind coming off that lake at like 10 miles an hour, yeah, you ain't fishing.
no,
Most guys won't. That's where you're pushing your 3-footers.
right.
That's a little on the high side,
Hmm.
but I mean, I've been out there in some decent sized waves in that boat. My new Illumicraft
Hmm.
handled it pretty decent, but
Yeah, I mean, a V hole is different too than a John boat,
yeah,
hands down.
yeah,
So
it's nice.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I do. We're hopefully we get some bites this weekend when we go out there. I don't know if we're gonna go to the same spot though. We'll see.
No, just find the pot of cars. That's how
Yeah,
you know you're on the
that's
fish.
pretty much all you
Pretty
gotta
much how you know
do.
you're on the fish. I
Yeah.
was seeing a lot of posts this morning
Yep.
and yesterday of people just saying, "Oh yeah, find the crowds, get off on the edges, you'll get on the fish." And there's just a pile of 100 some odd white bass and 4 guys behind them, and they're like, "Yeah, fish out here all day.
Jesus.
Got our fish. We're happy. Getting off."
The best fish finder is a pair of binoculars.
Oh my god, the Lake Winnebago fish finders. Oh god, yeah,
That's
pull those up.
crazy.
You can see all the way down. Oh, what are they catching them on? Oh, gold Castmaster. Quick, throw it on. Swedish pimples.
Yep, Swedish people. A gold.
2 spikes,
Yeah,
1 waxy.
yeah.
Quick.
Make sure you get the ones that can zoom in the furthest.
Yeah, get those. Bring out a spotting scope 20
Yep.
to 60 times.
Yep.
Oh,
Even if you're 10 feet away from them, then
yeah,
you know
throw
what
'em
they're
up.
then you know what they're jigging.
Exactly. You know the pace,
Right.
how high they're jigging. You can almost read their
They're doing 3
Vexlar.
jigs and they're leaving it. 3
Yeah.
jigs and leaving it.
3 jigs, leave it. 2 jigs, leave it. Oh, they're back to 4 now. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, nothing will beat that. That's how you fish on Bago.
Yep.
That's how you fish on that. That's why you
You're
gotta.
not wrong though. Finding the grooves is a big part of it.
Yeah,
It's-
that's kind of the whole rule of thumb on Poigan.
Yeah, find
I
a
don't know if
group.
you've ever fished on Poigan.
I did. We
Okay.
did that one time when it was windier than crap.
Oh,
We brought that aluminum trailer out there.
oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
remember
that was a terrible
Yeah,
idea.
so you pretty much just like find the pot of people
Hmm.
and just set up on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Because that's how I mean, most people always set up in the same spot, but generally, if you'll
Find a
find
good
the
amount
pot.
of permanent shacks and you'll know you're doing okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they might be unlocked. Who knows? Maybe you got a free permit for the day.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Oh my god, it's probably illegal. I actually don't know the legality
That
on
might
that.
be trespassing. I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, do not mess with people's permanent shacks, please.
Yeah, no, leave them out there. I mean, if you see one like once this ice does start melting and people
Mhm.
still have them out there, if you see one that's kind of starting to go in a
in,
little bit,
yeah.
make a post.
Yeah.
Just post something on
Even
online.
if it's
Don't
just on
get
your
too
personal
close.
page of Facebook, just post
Yeah.
it because someone knows somebody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Someone will know someone. It's always a small world.
Hmm.
Just post something. Just be
Especially in the
careful.
ice fishing community. I mean, you can easily get word around. No
Yeah,
problem.
especially with sturgeon spearing coming up too. You got
Mhm.
those big 4-foot by 8-foot holes
Yep.
that are taken out of the ice. Just watch it.
Yeah, be careful where you're driving too if you do drive out there.
Yeah, go slow.
Yes, especially around sturgeon feeding
Yeah,
times.
most
Ooh,
people mark up. I mean, I think legally you have to mark them with a
you
white
have to,
post.
but you know how it goes,
Yeah,
man.
some people are just not gonna do it.
People suck, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't trust anything. You gotta trust it for your like you gotta check yourself to trust.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Just take your drive slow.
Yeah.
It's no rush out
Try to
there.
keep on the main roads on the ice too. I mean, just trying to keep on the main drags definitely helps with that. Because
Yeah.
if someone's drilling a hole in the middle of the drive, that person is gonna get their butt kicked
Oh yeah, hard.
by more than one person.
Yeah,
Like that's just stupid. But yeah, so just being smart.
yeah.
But yeah, I know. That was my, ironically enough, I think that was my first interaction with a white bass.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
right. You're not from this area though, so you
mm-mm,
really haven't gotten to experience the whole white bass run.
hmm yeah, I
Once
know.
spring hits, that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that pretty hard, I
Oh yeah.
think.
Once
But
those walleyes are done running, they come make their way back down after spawning. Those white
mhm,
bass just go instantly.
yeah,
It's almost like fish in a barrel.
that's nuts.
They
That's
get so
absolutely
tight.
absurd.
Just a jig head in the middle. You got to make sure you buy like 6 dozen at a time because
Right,
you probably will go through them.
right. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, that you'll see posts once spring hits of guys with their live well full. They got 2 coolers full that they can't even close
And they're
anymore.
just
Fish are
throwing
just
them
still
on
on
the
the floor. Yeah,
deck.
yeah. White bass are crazy. There's no limit to them.
Really?
Yeah,
Are
no
they
limit.
invasive or something? Or
I think they are. I think they're technically an invasive
don't they
species.
taste okay though?
Oh, really good. They're delicious.
That's kind of nuts. I
Yeah.
wonder what they eat.
Fish food? I don't know.
Jeez.
Probably a lot of
Some kibble.
minnows.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
Dog
Quarter
food.
half ounce jig head in a minnow. That's probably what they're eating. All the old minnows that most guys just throw back into the water.
Right. Or they leave on the ice and the ice melts.
Oh my god. No, the seagulls will get to those before anything.
No kidding.
We had
Seagulls
one.
are all the way out in the middle of Bago.
Yeah, we had one sitting like 10 yards off our truck yesterday. I
Uh-huh.
think he was picking at
Oh, he was picking at something.
something. I think someone threw a sheephead there.
Probably.
That's what our guy was saying.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. Those things taste like junk.
Never eat a sheephead.
No.
You'll never.
They eat crap.
They're not allowed inside my boat,
No.
and if they do, they have to die.
Oh, and they're
You got to bounce them off the cowling of the hood,
it's so bad.
cowling of the motor to bounce them off.
That's
Did that a
crazy.
couple times on Poigan.
That's
One of
crazy.
the old coworkers took me out. First time ever on Poigan trolling. Caught a couple sheephead, and the small ones.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not gonna throw a
Mhm.
big one at it, but you take the small one and just a little thunk off the top of the motor, and it would bounce back in, and they normally get stunned and die.
Oh,
But I did catch probably close to a 15-pound sheephead that day.
oh my
That
god.
thing was an absolute unit, dude. I mean, it was
That's absurd.
biggest one I ever seen. I'll see if I can pull up a photo.
Hey, he's trying to pull one up for me real quick. I want to see this thing.
Might have to put it. I'll put it in the comment section for everyone too.
Yeah, for sure. And we're looking into getting a social media page so we can try posting stuff on there too that we tend to talk about. So you guys have some proof other than us just talking about it.
Yeah,
So that's a little bit more
you can
fun.
definitely take our word if you want.
Hey,
Like,
always take my word. I
Yeah.
definitely know what I'm doing.
There it is. Bad photo, bad angle.
Oh my gosh, that thing is a monster.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like I felt like I was.
You're holding it a little stupid, but
Yeah, I was holding it. I hate holding sheephead because they're so slimy and gross. I don't want me to. If I'm bank fishing,
Yeah,
I'll put them on the ground and just step on them,
yeah.
and then take the pliers in there and just
Mhm.
shake them out. I set a pair of pliers through one last year on accident.
Nice.
I was getting angry at it 'cause it wouldn't stop flopping. I'm like stepping hard down on it,
Oh my god.
trying to get the pliers into the mouth to kind of like pry it open. Missed. I
Right.
missed
Well-
straight through the gills. Unfortunately,
Other than like the normal necessities like a rod and a fish finder and your bait and stuff, what would you say is a not normal necessity for you for ice fishing?
for ice fishing,
Yeah. Like a kind of out there necessity thing for you.
Yeah, some I always have. I'm trying to think of what I have in my sled. I always keep in there. Lights for
Beer. No, just kidding.
Yeah, don't leave those. I learned that the hard way. A lot of them exploded in the bed of my truck.
Yep.
If it gets cold, bring them in the house.
Yeah, just
Put 'em
drink
in the
them.
fridge.
Drink them on your way home. No, just kidding.
Don't do that. Maybe. No, but like shack accessories, like it's kind of. I have like a bucket in my sled.
Okay.
That's just kind of got some lights and some rod holders in it for the inside of my hub.
Gotcha.
Like I run an Eskimo 650.
So a
Um,
light, like
yeah,
what
so I
they
got
would
I,
say.
I bought
Okay.
that light at that ice fishing expo, so
Yep.
that stays in there. Extra battery.
Yep.
Um, yeah, man, yeah, that's kind of like the one outlier I bring that most people don't, because sometimes you get out there and fishing's hot, and you just don't get off the water till it gets dark,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice having a light so you can actually see.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Headlamps,
Yep.
really good option.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
One I can think of, but I'm terrible at is just extra trebles.
Oh yeah,
Extra
extra hooks.
trebles. Oh my god. Like I know it sounds stupid. Like everybody usually probably has them,
Hmm.
but I'm just terrible at putting them in wherever. And
Yeah,
just being like, oh yeah,
yeah,
we might need those.
yeah. You pop something off on the tip up or something like that.
Hmm.
You got to tie a new.
Especially if you're on fire or something. All of a
Oh
sudden
yeah,
one just pops off. You're like, crap. Now I don't
yeah.
have
Now
one.
you're only down to like one tip up
Right.
in a jig or
Yeah.
something like that.
Or some plastics, in case you run out of waxes or something.
Yeah,
Put some plastics on. Hopefully it works,
yeah,
but you never know. But yeah, just some plastics would always help too.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to hear what other people think of that
Yeah, I
question.
mean that's definitely kind of
I
one of
feel like
those
that's an
cool
okay
things.
question.
Yeah, like
I never
what's
even
what's
thought of that.
one of the oddball things that you bring with you?
Right.
Like it's got
A Bible.
yeah, a Bible. Always make sure
Well, you always bring your spud bar. Sorry, not stud.
stud bar. I am the stud bar.
Stud bar, spud bar.
Spud bar. It normally sits in the back of my truck though.
Yeah,
Once we get to like
this
8
kind
inches
of
of
ice,
ice, yeah.
Yeah,
Once it starts getting thick enough to where people start driving on it, I won't bring it out anymore.
yeah.
But it's normally just in my sled. Maybe you have to punch open a hole or something. You can't kick it, but
Right,
it's not. It doesn't pay to grab the auger.
right.
Just grab the spud bar. It's nice to have when walking out
Hmm.
too. It's kind of like a little walking stick, but that way you can make sure you're gonna be safe and you're not walking onto dangerous ice.
That's true.
So if you're on like a lake like Poygan, I don't know if you knew this, but that's just it was an old marsh, so there's a bunch of springs in it.
Hmm.
So most of the time, early ice, the ice doesn't actually get super safe.
Hmm.
Like there'll be some
Well,
spots you'll be
in all
walking on, it's
honesty,
like
the
eight
only
inches.
safe ice is the ice in a glass.
Yeah,
So
is the ice in my whiskey.
yes, sir.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that most spots you'll start walking out on like 8 inches,
Hmm.
and then you'll find a hole 2 inches. That's because it's that hot water stream that's coming through. Yeah,
Make you pucker up real quick.
oh, real quick, real quick.
Make you waddle away and be like, alrighty, looks like
Oh,
we're not going close to there.
yeah. So last time we were on Poygan, we were driving out, got out there at like noon,
Hmm.
drove out just fine. We had to kind of hop over one little
Sketchy
heave
spot.
in a sense,
Mhm.
but they drove over it the day before and the day before that. Everyone was driving over it. Well, we're fishing. We start heading back in around like 4. There's Christmas trees and blocking off that exit. And we're like, oh. And you could see standing water on top of the ice.
Oh my gosh. And you had just driven over it.
Yeah, we drove over it a couple hours ago.
Oh.
On the way back in, it was not safe. And we had to drive around for quite a bit to try and find a spot to get over this heave.
Oh my
that
gosh.
was pretty sketchy.
That sounds like it, dude.
Yeah, so I mean, if you see downed Christmas trees on any of these lakes, it does mean that there's danger or something's open or blocking you from going somewhere.
Yep.
So
yeah,
take
always
that into
follow the Christmas trees.
Yeah, follow the Christmas trees, and if one's down, it's going to be pointing at something that's bad or it's blocking something.
Mm-hmm.
So just be mindful.
Yeah, or when you get up to it, just slow down a little bit. Yeah. Or you get out, check it out. But obviously, don't try to get right up next to it if you don't have to.
Yeah, stay away. Stay a good bit of distance away. If you have to stop way back to find something, that's fine.
Yeah.
Talk to people out there too. Mm-hmm. Let people know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't be that guy. Oh, nobody's finding out my spot. I ain't talking to nobody. Okay, but if something's going on that could affect someone else going out there on accident, maybe you should point that out a little bit. You know what I mean?
The last thing you want is that $8,000 bill to get your vehicle off the bottom of the lake.
Ugh, yeah, I would cry. Oof, I would actually cry. Yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, so just communicate, I guess, is a good one.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. What's really nice too about bringing the trucks out there is that you don't need to drag a damn sled.
Oh my god! Do you imagine that 4-mile walk out? I would die. I'd get like half my.
We'd get like,
we're set
right, here. Like there's maybe some fish here, dude. I'm
just set up and kind of hope we're on something. I'm done walking.
I ain't walking. Especially with that much ice, that'd be so stupid. Yeah. Why you would even walk out there? Hey, if you can't afford something like that, then
I've made those hikes though. I've made 1.5 mile walks out on Bago. Granted, it's not that far for Bago, But, dude, you just get so gassed,
Right.
especially if there's any sort of snow. Oh,
Luckily, that was nice about yesterday is it was pretty glare.
yeah. It's tough to grab traction on the ice,
Yeah.
but, I mean, it still makes it kinda nice.
Makes a sled glide across it pretty
Oh
good.
god, yeah.
If you wear some spikes, you're solid.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. What, I watched a video today of an auger race. That was pretty
Oh,
sweet.
yeah?
Yeah, it
What were they
was,
racing?
they were racing the Ion, what's the nice new Ion? I
The
forgot.
Alpha?
The Alpha. The Alpha, a Maven, the Eskimo, an older Ion,
Okay.
um, and, there was sh what was the other
Caedrel?
one? No, that was okay. I think that might have been the only ones. And, the Ion, the Alpha destroyed the rest of them, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
big time.
Yeah, those augers are smooth.
Yeah, it was the Ion Alpha, and then it was the Eskimo 2nd, the Maven 3rd, and then it was the old Ion last,
Okay. Huh. That's
which
kinda
the
nice.
old Ion is, like, 4 years old, so
Yeah, yeah, that's old.
for
Today's
especially for an
technology.
Ion,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but
So, you know the Eskimo augers, like, the actual augers?
mhm,
They're essentially just an ion.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're the same company, same parent company.
Hmm,
I think I think I can't remember if it's Eskimo bought out Ion or Ion bought out Eskimo.
Ion's still making stuff,
I know they're still both making them, but they're just sister companies,
yeah,
like GMC and Chevy or Ford and Lincoln. I mean, it's
yeah,
kind of the same thing.
true.
But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of one cool thing I learned. I
Did
thought
not
they were
know that.
different, but
What I
they're the
don't
same.
like is that Eskimo has their button to push to start the auger spin on the bottom. So
You don't like that?
you have to push down in order to pull up on the trigger, as
Mm.
opposed to pulling up. Like on an Ion, it has the trigger on the bottom where you pull up, and then you push the button to start it
Oh, that would throw me off.
on the top. So like you had a Maven, didn't you, or a
No, I
Strike
had a
Master?
Strike Master 24 volt. That thing was a pile.
Okay, yeah. So that how yours is, where you lift up and then push the button. That's how the Ion was,
Okay.
and the Eskimo was opposite. It
Yeah,
was really weird.
that would suck. That would drive me nuts.
Yeah, I don't. It's opposite of everybody. That's what's also weird about it. But I don't know.
So let me get your opinion on this.
Hmm.
Would you rather have an auger like that, like the ions,
Hmm.
where it's just an auger,
Okay.
or would you rather have one of the drill bits?
S- It's a good question. So I'm kind of in between. I
Okay.
don't know. I do like the full on auger. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, they're so expensive. That Alpha's $600 for an auger. Like, yeah, it's a beast. That thing can do whatever. But for how much like I personally ice fish, a drill bit auger is perfectly fine.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have anything either, like let's say you don't have the
Mhm.
drill, the price of the Milwaukee Fuel hammer drill that you need, the
Yep.
1/2 inch chuck,
Mhm.
240,
Yeah.
230.
You're still saving money.
I mean, you're saving like $200,
Yeah.
but I mean, you're still saving money.
Well, and it's
So you
nice
would
to have a
rather,
drill anyway.
yeah,
You
so
know
you
what
would
I
rather
mean?
go the drill route?
100%.
Okay.
100%. What about you?
I'd go drill.
Drill?
Yeah.
Now that you've had
Yeah,
a full
I
on
kinda
one?
gave up on my Strike Master.
Okay.
I had the 24 volt and it lasted 2 years.
Mhm.
This was the 3rd season, kinda right away at the start. I'm like, "Why isn't this battery staying charged?"
Yeah, it's something to do with your battery, isn't it?
Yeah, so
So I mean,
it's
a
a
new battery could fix it.
yeah, they don't make that battery though, so that's the
Oh,
issue.
that's terrible.
And it's kinda torn apart just sitting in the bed of my truck. The
Right.
head's off, the battery's off, the auger's off. I tore it apart on the bay.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the battery was having an issue where it was thinking of that it was overheating itself.
Yeah.
So it just go beep, 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 and it's like, you're not overheating, it's 2 degrees out here.
Right. It's
I know for a
colder than
fact
crap out
this
here.
is the first hole you're trying to drill, and you get 2 inches in and 16 inches of ice, and you can't even drill a hole.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're overheating already?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna be selling that, getting probably one of the Eskimo pistol
The
bits.
Eskimo ones. See, I'm gonna get a Razor one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna get a
aren't that's like a
Razor.
newer company, isn't it?
Yeah, they're newer. They're direct to consumer. Oh, I mean, there are
Oh.
some smaller retailers that carry them. For example, whatever that bait shop is out by Poigan,
Nofke's.
Nofke's.
Great
They
place to go off, by the way.
they is that Nofke's? What's that one we
On the
stopped
south side?
into? What's that one we stopped into on our way down to Poigan that day?
I don't
And we
think I
walked
was
around for a little while.
yeah, Nofke's.
That is Nofke's.
Yeah,
Well, Nofke's. They sell them there.
okay.
So like little retailers like that, I believe, can carry them, but like a big box store, for example, like Shields or Cabela's, I do not believe can carry them.
That's
So
kinda
they're a
nice,
little
though.
bit more direct to consumer, which is
Yeah.
cool. But my brother-in-law has one,
Oh,
and
yeah?
dude,
It rips?
that thing rips.
Nice.
Like I'm not opposed to the Eskimo either.
Mhm.
I do like how Eskimo has the plate on it.
Yeah.
The razors instead have like a built-in bar that goes. It's not like a
Oh, so
bar;
it's
it's
a little more
plastic,
subtle?
but
Okay.
it like sticks out from the sides of it. That's bigger than
Oh.
the hole you're making. So that's cool. That's the downside to a K drill. Like K drills are super affordable. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but even with that amount of weight pulling down on that float, it's probably going to go beneath the ice,
Yeah,
and then
I've
you're
heard
worrying
stories
about
of it, and especially on,
reaching
like,
underneath the
shallow ice.
ice.
If it pops out, it'll go keep going down,
Uh huh.
and then if it doesn't come straight back up, or you got any sort of current, that thing's sliding off to the side coming up. You just
Hmm.
lost your auger. There
Yeah.
goes 150, $200.
Right. So they're cheap, don't get me wrong, which I guess they rip. I've seen it done, like they rip.
Yeah.
But I I would at least jerry rig something like a cut a frisbee or something
Yeah.
and make it.
It's actually not a bad idea. It's kind of a cheap way to do it if you don't got something
Never
like
thought of
that.
that.
No, I've
Yeah.
never thought of
Yeah,
that.
get a full size frisbee, drill a hole or something
Hmm.
in it that's just big enough to so it doesn't slide down the extension and stuff.
Yeah.
100%.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a
Even
10
if you do
inch.
it below the float, so
Yeah.
that way it's you don't have to drill as small of a hole,
I
but
would do it above the float, so maybe you can still get an extension on if
yeah.
you do have the amount of ice we have right now,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we almost bottomed out our Eskimo yesterday.
That was nuts, and he
Yeah,
had a foot extension on there.
yeah,
I was like, "Oh my
yeah. That entire
gosh."
auger was through before it even
That
busted, and
was
it's like,
insane.
God.
I saw that, I was like, "What the heck, dude? There's
Yeah.
so much ice."
If you do buy that razor, make sure you get an 8 inch because
Oh, yeah.
you can't fit a live scope deucer on a 6 inch hole.
Yeah, I'd get an 8 inch anyway,
Do you
just because
prefer 8 or a 10 inch hole?
8 inch.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if unless you're going for loggers, there's no point in getting a 10 inch.
I'm going 10. Mine the
Really?
pistol bit. Yeah, I'm gonna get a 10 inch.
The only other downside to a 10 inch is beaver dams are only 12 inches long.
Ah, you'll be fine.
So
Ah,
an inch on each side of that hole is a little sketchy.
you're good. That's a lot of that's an inch is a lot.
Inch is a ton. That's above average, I think.
It's
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
well above
The
average.
well above average. But no, yeah. So that's why I think an 8 inch is better, especially because I do like beaver dams.
Mhm.
The other thing is too, you almost have to run beaver dams with those.
They make the circle tip ups in 10 inch. They'll
That's a
cover
huge tip up.
no, that's average size. They're like 11 inches wide. So they're meant to fit over a 10 inch hole.
Interesting.
I
I
believe
don't know
so.
if I trust.
Maybe I'm
But then
mistaken. I
even
don't
then you
know.
got a half inch on each side.
I don't know. You're the weight's pulling down. You'll be fine.
It's still, I don't know. I
I think
think
it's
10
fine.
inches massive. If you're going for, like I said, if you're going for loggers, completely understand a 10 inch
I'm
hole.
all going for big one. I'm going always for the big fish, dude. I'm trying to make sure this fish doesn't
If
fit in
you
my
can get
hole.
a fish this year that is too big for an 8 inch hole, I can't say it on the podcast what I would do, but I would do it.
Oh god.
I will buy you a bucket
He'll buy me a bucket.
at golf. I will buy you a bucket of alcohol at golf. If
Okay.
you get a fish that cannot fit through an 8 inch hole, realistically,
Shake
don't
on
be
it.
pulling any of this
Shake
off.
on it.
I'll shake on it. There you
All
go. We
right, there
just
you go.
shook
Just
on
shake
it.
on it. All right.
Yeah, if you can do that this season, I will buy you a bucket at golf. But I'm that confident that I don't think you're gonna get.
It's my mission now. I'm gonna just start
I
going after giant pike.
I don't.
Maybe go get some Lakers. I'm gonna go get
That's
some
impressive.
Lakers
You can
in.
get a 10 inch pike or even a 9 inch wide pike. That's absurd.
I'll go down a big green. I'll go fishing for some Lakers.
Go for it.
Hey man,
It has to be picture proof of you
picture proof if it
measuring
can't.
around it. If you cannot
Well,
fit it,
I'm gonna need you out there because you're gonna have to drill a second hole so I can actually
okay.
get it out so I
I'm
can get
down
a
for that.
picture of it.
I
Yeah.
will be baffled if you get it this year.
All right. All right.
This year.
All right. We'll see.
All right.
I'll make a trip to Big Green. I got
All
nothing
right.
going on.
What's in it for me if you don't get it?
Nothing.
I'm
Absolutely
just
nothing.
screwed. Okay, whatever.
It's a stupid bet. You're
Hey,
betting me.
it's
I'm
because
not
that's
gonna
how
put
confident
anything
I am.
on it.
That's how confident I am. You're not catching a fish bigger
Yeah,
than
all
eight
right.
inches.
All right.
Bigger than 8 inches
In
diameter, I should say.
diameter, yeah.
Yes. That's how confident I am.
All right. We'll see.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
I'll
hey,
just go catch some
the
hog
podcast, it's on
walleyes.
recording, so
It is
obviously I
on
can't say
recording.
I didn't say that. So
Yeah,
here we
I'll
are.
just resort back to
Just
this.
pull up the pod. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't think it's happening.
Timestamp it. Timestamp it.
Timestamp it. But yeah, I don't think it's happening.
No, you
So,
don't.
yeah, I would go with an
You
8-inch.
got no faith in me.
I don't not that I don't have faith, I don't have faith in the fish, dude.
Oh, come on.
There's no way.
Alright.
No way.
I see how it is.
No way.
We'll see. We'll try.
If you don't, then you don't buy a 10-inch.
Alright.
Is that the bet?
I'm still buying a
You
10-inch.
That's crazy. Just completely disregard what I said then.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever.
still gonna buy a 10-inch.
No, I'm gonna get an 8-inch razor, I believe.
Yeah,
So
that'll be nice. Those are
yeah,
nice.
yeah. I can't wait to show you that thing because I was impressed the first time I saw that thing rip. I was like, "Geez, okay." Like I'd never heard that brand before that day either.
I think they're a newer brand, aren't they?
Fairly, they've been around a couple of years.
Okay.
I
Just
know
kinda
they're
starting to
not
get
as nowhere near as big as like I mean obviously Eskimo and all of
yeah.
them, but
They're
that's
still trying to get their name out.
yeah. But I do appreciate that they don't big box right away. I
That is
understand
honestly
like
nice. I mean, if they're doing, like, small mom and pop shops, you're just
mhm.
keeping it small business, keeping it local.
Right, right. I wish I would have had you talk to someone at the expo
Oh, is
about
that
it.
what that little booth was?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So it was the orange boxes.
Oh, that's what everyone was walking around with. Okay.
Yep, that's a razor, and they're
Interesting.
not bad. Like,
Hmm.
not not utterly cheap. I mean, they're cheaper, don't get me wrong. That's because it's plastic. I mean, it's synthetic. I
Yeah,
shouldn't say
it's a
plastic.
poly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna show you how that thing
Yeah,
rips,
that'll
dude.
be sweet.
I will race our
Eskimo?
buddy's
This is
Eskimo.
Milwaukee.
Yep,
Alright.
I'll race it,
That'd
dude.
be fun. That'd be fun to see.
It- Auger races are fun regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No,
Just gotta
there's nobody winning or losing in that
no.
situation.
Make sure he's got a fully charged high output 12 amp battery.
Right. Well, then I
Yeah,
need
you're
one too.
losing.
So
Nah,
gotta make
you'll
it
get the
fair.
little, like, skinny 3 amp ones that can fit in your back pocket.
That's crazy.
You get the
Depends how
smallest
big of a back
battery.
pocket you got. I can fit a 12 amp back there.
You can fit depends on your pockets. I don't know how big your fucking pockets
Big
are.
sweatpant pockets or
Oh
something.
god. God, I'll give you a little M12 drill. How
There
about
you go.
that? A
There you
little
go.
12
Yep.
amp 12
Done.
volt,
There we go. That's all I need.
little pocket drill.
That's nuts. Like the electricians use to just
Yeah, the stuff I use at work. Yeah, the
yeah.
little ones. It's perfect. They're light, dude.
Yeah,
You're hating.
8 inch is just fine.
Yeah,
That's massive. It's massive.
that's massive. We gotta do some pike fishing this spring. I
I'd
figured
love to
out
do some more pike fishing.
I figured out that little Butamore is really good for pike,
Really?
for big pike.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
I'm in.
we were out there last year. I think it was like early April. It was blowing.
Mhm.
It was blowing pretty good. But we're in this little like back bay.
Well,
And
our
just
buddy caught that massive pike through the ice
where?
by the locks.
How big was it?
You saw the pic. You were out there
Was
the
I out there?
same
Oh,
day.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that it's a very underrated lake for
that was kind of
quality
nuts. I
size
saw that. I was
fish.
like, "What? That came out of here?
Yeah,
That was
so
nuts!"
yeah, we were out there. We were fishing for maybe 2 hours. We caught probably 10 pike,
Wow.
which isn't I mean, for 3 guys, it's not crazy good.
Right.
But I mean, we're still catching fish, and they were quality fish. I don't think a single pike was under 35 inches.
Huh.
Yeah, I broke off on probably the biggest pike of the day.
You got to take me muskie fishing this year too.
Oh,
I've never
definitely
been,
get into
so
that.
I
This will be my like first full year actually
it
trying.
might be a slippery slope for me. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I already started going downhill, and I haven't even caught one.
Yeah,
Just buying baits.
you heard about it and you were like, "All right, I'm in."
I'm buying in, man.
You're like,
Going all in. All the
I'll
chips
do
on the
it.
table.
I'll do it. That's what you said. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'll spend a ton of money on this for no reason. Let's go.
Oh, muskies? Yeah, that sounds interesting. Here's 10 grand.
That's crazy.
It's the only
It's
reason
the only reason I
my
bought the boat.
boat. The only reason I bought the boat.
reason.
Yeah, the bank hates to see me coming, man.
Like, great. This guy's back for another $10,000 loan.
They hate sending me my bank statements. It's like, what is this kid doing?
Said he spent $5,000 at Quick Trip this year.
Oh, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. I'm not bad with my money. I'm actually I'm on the cheap side. I'm starting to get back on the cheap side.
Dingy.
Yeah, when it comes to fishing and hunting though, it's like
So to get into, I want to catch a muskie, dude.
muskies are fun. Like I
Those
went,
fish are insane.
so we went once last year. I went out to a pretty well-known muskie lake.
Yeah.
We didn't catch any, but I mean, we had the live scope and trying to scope them out. We saw quite a few, so it was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Watch them follow a little farther out. But
The figure when they bite on the figure eights, I've seen videos, dude.
yeah,
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
today's angler is like my favorite to watch.
Oh, I've never watched them.
They're
I don't
they're
watch a ton
nice.
of YouTube, so I guess
Okay,
I
check
should,
them
but
out. They do like only musky fishing.
okay,
They do a lot in like the Wisconsin area.
okay.
Super cool. Yeah, their videos are
Wisconsin state fish, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
really.
Yes, the muskellunge.
I did not know that.
Yep, Wisconsin
Interesting.
state fish.
Thought it'd been like the sheephead or something.
No,
Knowing Wisconsin, we have so many sheep here.
no.
No.
Yeah, the muskie is the Wisconsin state fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet fish. I also want to catch a sturgeon at some point.
That would be fun. Like hook line. I want to
Those
actually like
are
hook one. I don't want to
ancient.
snag them.
Those are ancient.
Yeah, I helped a kid last year
Mhm.
pulling up out on the bank in
Really?
Neenah. Yeah,
That's
he
cool.
fought it for like 20 minutes.
I'm sure he did.
He was like, "Dad, my arms are tired. Take the rod. I'm tired." Dad's like, "No, you're getting this fish. You're getting it." He
Right?
gets it up to the bank, and you're like, "Walk down to these rocks." And our buddy walked down there and like just picked it up by hand.
Wow.
And I mean, it was probably close to like 50 inches. So it
Wow.
was a good size. But I mean, yeah, we snag a bunch of them. Normally they break
Yeah.
off. It's just kind of the downside
Yeah.
to sturgeon.
Yeah. I've seen you can on the live scope you can see them swim through. That's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
we saw one out on Bago
It's
one
just a
time.
tank swimming
Yeah,
through.
just 90
You're like,
inches. Oh
oh,
my
the whole
god.
shack goes quiet. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
All right, snag it, snag it.
Snack,
Up,
snack, snack,
up.
snack. Well, yeah.
No. Yeah, don't snag sturgeon.
No,
Don't purposely snag
don't
them.
do that.
They're a super cool fish.
Yeah,
It's
ancient.
the only
That's a
dinosaur.
dinosaur, dude.
Yeah. Did you know like they don't get into like maturity to start breeding until like they're 20
Really?
years old?
Wow.
Yeah, the fish that actually get speared, like the big ones, are like 80 plus years old.
Holy cow.
Yeah. You
That's
gotta get
insane.
I gotta take you to Shiacton this year to watch the sturgeon run
Deal.
when they get up onto the rocks and spawn.
Deal.
I went last year and it was honestly super cool to watch.
I want to get a sturgeon spearing tag.
Yes, I might start putting in.
If I would, that's the crappy part though, is you got to put in so early, and sometimes there's just no ice,
Yeah.
and then you're
Like
out
last
of
year?
the money.
Like last year,
Yep.
you know how many shacks I sold last year? Like pop-up hubs to guys that still wanted to go out onto extremely sketchy ice to try and spear a sturgeon. Like it was crazy.
You got to go where it's pretty clear though. That's the only
Yeah,
downside.
you gotta
And it has
find
to be
you gotta find the
shallower.
clear
Yeah.
water. That's
Then
why a
you
lot
got
of
to
guys
find
go with
someone
the
that makes a spear, and
they gotta that's why a lot of guys use permanents, like
Mhm.
just trailers, because they can make it dark. You
Yeah.
don't put any windows on it.
Your
Just the
shack will be
door.
perfect, or our buddy's shack
Yeah,
will be permanent
yeah,
for it.
because
He has
mine's
the
the gray
blackout.
inside. He's got the blackouts. That would be really good. Anything
Mhm.
you can get super dark.
The only downside is small.
It is small. You
If it was
pretty
your
much have
shack, your size shack, what do you have again?
the 650.
Eskimo 650. If it was that size in the blackout, you'd be
I
perfect.
think it's like 80 or 90 square feet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously like a 1200 would be awesome.
The clam 1200.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that. We're gonna have to skip this. Like
Okay.
actually get this out, but they're not making that anymore.
I
That's
find that
that's what the guy said. At
that's
the
what the
Expo.
Eskimo guy said, but I
That's what
think
the
he
clam
was
guy said.
yeah, sorry. I think he was full of it.
Really?
I think he was full of it. Because if you go into a Shields, they're still in stock.
Well, there's probably still stock from this year, but I don't. He said going
I
forward,
ain't caught
they
it,
won't
bro.
make it.
He told us that. I mean, we could tell anybody,
I
man.
don't know.
I mean, it is what it
Who
is.
cares? You
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have said it if you couldn't say it.
Right. Don't tell people if you can't say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh well.
Like I said, I think he's full of it. Watch next year, we'll show up and it'll still be there.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, so
I thought you guys were
heard we weren't making these anymore, bud.
What's going on? You lied to us.
Yeah,
This is why I buy Eskimo.
Yeah,
The clam guys are just lying to me.
they're just trying to sell their stuff, especially there. Like I take what people say to like as far as I can throw it. It's just it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially at things like that. Especially when you have demo. That's what it was because it was a demo. Like it was literally the floor model.
Oh yeah, it was the floor model.
And they
You
didn't
gotta
want to
let
take
them
it back.
walk
So like, oh, we're not making these after this year. Yeah, right, dude.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make them buy it.
Yeah, right.
I wish he would have bought that though.
Oh, that would have been sweet. Especially we could have taken that out to Bago.
Dude, they weigh like 120 pounds though.
But we're driving the truck out there. What's it
Yeah.
matter?
Fish out of the truck.
Yeah, but at the same time, we could
That's
just chill in
true.
a shack.
True. Doing some ice camping. We got to get into
Yeah.
ice camping next year.
Yes, yeah. We could technically still do it this year.
Technically, I don't have any of the stuff.
No, we have no stuff for
No,
it. But
nothing
we could.
for it. Maybe just sleep on the ice, like no cot, no bag, just lay on the ice.
No,
Striker suit?
no.
No. All
I
right,
at least need a chair.
you party pooper. No chair, bucket only.
No, no.
You're
no.
real man.
No, but yeah, I mean that's That's pretty much it,
Yeah, I got
guys.
really nothing else.
Whatever we think of, I'm sure you'll hear about it in a future podcast. So,
Yeah.
all right. As always, have a great day. Like,
Follow.
follow, share it wherever you can.
Sharing is free.
Sharing is caring as well. Didn't know if
Oh,
you knew
no, I did not know that.
that. Of course
But
you
I
don't.
don't
You don't
care.
share anything.
I don't care.
All righty, guys. Well, you guys have a good one.
Later.
This is Clint. I want to just let you know the reason this is so late is because I ended up dropping my phone through the ice not too long after these stories were told. So please enjoy the episodes coming forward. We will talk more about it on the next episode. Thanks, guys.